Let's talk about ranges when you're playing the guard. Okay, there are three major ranges: close, mid-range, and long range. There are different tools, and then there are different techniques, different tactics that we use for each of these. Some people are more comfortable long range, okay, leg entanglements. Some people are more comfortable with their partners down on their knees and they're playing a game like this, a butterfly kind of game. Some people like close guard, okay? They're playing a more offensive close guard game where they've got tight connection. So one good question that came up was for attacks like mid-range attacks, okay? Pinch headlock, shoulder crunch, playing half butterfly guard. A clamp is a little bit more close range, but how you get into it can be mid-range. How do you take someone who's playing a long range kind of game, right? They're standing up and you're seated, for instance, and bring them into a mid-range or tight range position? There are a few ways of doing that. We'll talk about those, but just generally speaking, understand that when you're playing guard, sometimes you have control over what range you're working in, and sometimes you don't. Okay, the best way to control the range is through grips and forming better connections to your partner. So if Robin is standing and I'm seated here and he's moving, I don't have any meaningful connection. There's no connection with hands, connection to the head, connection to the legs, and he's just out here circling and level changing and stepping inside. It's going to be very difficult to regulate what's going on. You've got no governor over your partner's motion. So when we get any kind of grip, especially grips like 2-on-1s or connection down here at our partner's leg through ashigarami or X guard, this slows our partner down and forms a connection. It allows us to not just create off balance and kazushi with our partner, but it can sometimes allow us to change the range at which we're working. There are always going to be some ranges where you're more comfortable. Some people are more comfortable long range, okay, leg entanglements. Some people are more comfortable with their partners down on their knees and they're playing a game like this, a butterfly kind of game, arm drag, half butterfly. Some people like close guard, okay? They're playing a more offensive close guard game where they've got tight connection. Once your partner's standing and you get grips, for instance, now I can draw him down. Maybe what we can do is bring our partner here down to a knee. Now that he's down here on a knee, we can use this to look to create space. We can start to look to arm drag our partner as he goes to posture up and adjust, puts his knees down. Now from here, we're playing a more tight range game, okay? Like a little more mid-range. As Robin goes to posture up and control my wrist, do some hand fighting here, now is an opportunity for us to start to draw our partner through into some of our mid-range attacks, okay? When you get grips, you can control the range and you can start to dictate. That said, another thing is, this is the second thing, is I can also, from ranges like this with grips, you can off balance your partner. Sometimes you can knock your partner down as he goes to come up. Now from here, we've got a little bit of a tighter connection and we can begin to play all sorts of different positions from here where we're closer to our partner. Grips, kazushi, off balance, those are the best tools. But there is a sense in which I can't always control the range at which my partner is working. So maybe Robin loves to play a standing passing versus a seated guard position, and he is feeling really comfortable with toriandos. He feels really good with knee cuts. He's moving around from here. He feels really confident in his ability to work from here. It's going to be difficult for me to draw him down into a close range unless I maybe I jump to close guard or I pull him into ashigarami and then kind of climb my way up. It's going to be difficult. Then you're going to have other partners who don't like standing. Maybe they're afraid of your leg lock attacks. Maybe they're afraid of your ability to sweep. And so they'll drop down to their knees. Maybe Robin likes to play a body lock kind of game and he's going to play tight here. From this range, it's going to be very difficult for me to get him to work at long range. Okay, I can't force him to stand up. Even if I stand up, he may not stand up. So you have to be very versatile in terms of your guard play. From close range, you got to have a few strong attacks from close guard. Mid-range, you have to have a few strong attacks from, say, half guard, not chest to chest, or butterfly half, or an open guard. And then you have to have some good attacks, things you're confident with, at long range. Now, long range, you could be heisting up and wrestling, okay? But you need to have something that you do. The reason is because even if you're a specialist and you favor one of these ranges, there's not going to be, you're not always going to be able to draw your partner down into your preferred range, okay? So most of the time, we favor going deep into a set of techniques. For instance, ashigarami and leg locks, or X guard, or arm drags, okay? We favor that. But you also have to have a breadth of knowledge where you're able to work from short, mid, and long ranges when you're playing your guard, so that you're never caught unaware. You're never caught without any tools, okay? Even if you only have one or two things that you can execute from that position, those are the things that you know that you're going to be going for, okay? So again, today is not really about like a specific technique. It's a little more strategic, okay? And a recommendation that you work to build a set of strong attacks, whether they're sweep attacks, submission attacks, out of all three of these ranges. Long range, partner standing, you're seated. Mid-range, partner kneeling, but not chest to chest. And then close range, where your partner's chest to chest, or you have a closed guard. If you spend some time in each of these areas and you build an overall kind of matrix of attacks, you're going to be a threat from wherever you are. Your partner will be less comfortable, and you're going to find that you're going to start to be able to execute good techniques from a variety of ranges and more frequently. Okay? All right. A lot of talking. Hopefully this was helpful. If you liked it, let us know. What are you supposed to do? Check the box? Hit the bell? Okay. See you soon.